welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, it's going to be a little bit different. I created what's called a kids and technology tag. So for our household, technology is really important, and I feel like it's important in all households. Whether you decide to use it or not use it, it's still important because it's a very big decision, and your thought process as a mom or a parent specifically before you had your child or children and after is kind of interesting how sometimes our mindsets change on how we feel about technology. So in this notebook here, I have a bunch of questions for myself to share with you guys on how I feel about kids and technology uses, specifically my child and how our household works. So if this is a tag that you would like to do, please go ahead and look in the description box down below. I have questions for parents that don't use technology and questions for parents like myself that do use technology. So I thought this would be a nice fun tag to just kind of see the mindsets of different parents and where we stand as far as technology and our households. Okay, so at the end of the video also, I will go ahead and tag 3 fellow YouTubers to do this tag as well, but all are welcome to go ahead and do this tag. Okay, so the first question is, how many children do you have, or how many kids do you have? I have 1. How old is your child or children? My son is 2 years old. Do you use technology at home? I do. If so, which ones? We use the TV, we do use the phone, and we also have a tablet that we allow our son to use. Before you had children, did you think differently about them using technology? I definitely did. I thought that I would be using technology a lot later, and I started using technology way sooner than I had anticipated. Okay, at what age did you start letting your child use technology? So I would say as early as around maybe even 8 months old, I started letting my son watch watch and listen to music videos, so like kids music. My son was very active, and I couldn't really find a lot of activities to get him to maybe like be entertained for as long as I would have liked or had hoped. And he was very much into music very early on. A lot of times we would sing with him, but he also liked to just kind of listen and watch music videos that were kid related. How often do you allow your child or children to use technology? So today, as of now, my son uses technology daily. I would say probably up to 2 hours a day, 1 to 2 hours a day for sure. How do you monitor their usage? So I kind of try to gauge. So like I'll take a look at the clock and then, give him maybe half an hour to 45 minutes of technology time at any given time. And I just look at the clock. I probably could be a little bit more diligent, you could say, about monitoring his usage. So I know that there are people that use like timers and that kind of thing, and I probably am getting to that point where I should be doing that. So it's something that I should really start looking into. So that's how I monitor it though now. What are the pros and cons to your child or children using technology? So I would say the pros definitely outweigh the cons in my opinion. So again, I think I've mentioned this in other videos. Yeah, I have. Our family, we are a bilingual family. So early on, I kind of started seeing that my son was struggling a little bit with speech and language and that kind of thing. So my son would watch videos with music and that kind of thing. And then eventually he started getting into videos that showed cars and colors and shapes and numbers and that kind of thing that really, really sparked his interest in speech. So one of his first words was car, and it really was because of these YouTube educational videos that he was watching. And then eventually it flourished to him saying colors. So his first color that he ever said was red. than Blue. And again, not that we weren't involved in helping him to learn those, different words, but he kind of, I guess, I don't know, it almost opened his mind a little bit more, maybe seeing the pictures or the fact that the videos were just so repetitive. He really just started speaking because of these educational videos. So that is why I continue to allow him to use technology, because I see a huge, huge benefit in speech to this day. I see him singing songs more because of the videos, because they're so descriptive. So for example, if you're a parent, I'm sure that you know about the Family Finger song. I see him, talking about his daddy finger or his mommy finger, and he mimics it, and he, tries to repeat the words. It's definitely been a huge benefit for us. I would say a pro, though, to technology is that sometimes if you let them use it for too long, they can definitely become dependent, and tantrums definitely happen when you try to take it away from them. That is something that I have been very adamant about limiting his time. That's why I feel like it is important to control their usage and how much time they're actually using it, because I don't want my son to be obsessed with technology. And it's something that is like on and off for us, mainly because, for example, at some point I was not feeling well for like a few days, and I felt really dependent on using technology to allow him to kind of be entertained while I wasn't feeling good, and that created this kind of dependency on technology. So once I was not sick anymore, I had to again get him out of that, whole obsessive thing with the phone or with the TV or whatever it was that we were using at the time. So it's definitely something important to me to not let him be so obsessed and controlled, I guess, by technology. So there definitely has to be limitations on it. So that is the only con, is that you have to kind of be aware, at least for me. So number 10 is, and this is the last question, should there be technology in classrooms? Why or why not? So I feel like technology should be a part of the classroom, but not at the same time, if that makes sense. So when I was growing up as a kid, we had like a computer class or like a technology class. And during that time, we learned how to use the computer, how to type up papers and that kind of thing, how to search the internet, and all of that kind of thing. And I feel like that is the perfect balance to technology. Like that should be as far as it goes. Like there should be a classroom designated for technology, and that's it. If you saw my big announcement video, then you know that I was studying for teaching. So my practicum time, or time where I was kind of assisting in the classroom, I did see them using tablets and computers as a part of their teaching. And in my opinion, it was a mess. Like I just didn't think that it should be in the classroom as much as it was. It's one thing to use it to project information and that kind of thing to, show info, but even then it was really it was a mess, because some of the classrooms, there was one classroom specific that I was in the most that didn't have good internet usage. Like the internet was not that good. It wasn't very stable. And that teacher had prepared all of her lesson based on on the computer. And so when that internet would go out, then it would be like 10 to 15 minutes of doing nothing. And that to me is like kind of ridiculous. So I think that it should definitely be limited to like a computer class. And again, maybe using the projector to or not the projector, but using like PowerPoint or that kind of thing, but nothing more than that. I feel like I know that everyone wants to recycle and save the planet, and that's good and that's great. I agree with it, but I just don't see the point in taking away paperback books, or hard textbooks. Textbooks. I don't see the point in that. I feel like if anything, that having books on like a tablet or to read a book on your computer For me, I always lose my place. I have a really hard time with it. I can only imagine kids who already have a hard time paying attention. Like, I think that the classroom should definitely have technology, but it should be limited. There shouldn't be, pretty much throwing everything to technology, because I feel like it's not a good thing, like to do 100% technology in the classroom. But that's just my opinion. Okay, so I hope that you enjoyed this video and my opinions on technology. Again, if you want to go ahead and do this kids and technology tag, you are more than welcome to do that. The only thing that I would ask is if you could please just either mention my channel or put it in the description box of your video. That would be great. And then I am also going to tag 3 people for this technology tag. And so the first person is going to be Lauren from the Joyful Homemaker. And the second person is going to be Jasa from Blessed with Blue. And the third person that I'm going to tag is Heidi from BoyBossMama. Okay, so I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. We're trying to reach 200 subscribers still. And I thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!